Yeah, boss, we got big problems. You better call that robot, that spot show. It's Spotbot. Breaker 19, anybody got a 20 on that Spotbot? ETA ASAP, over.
Morning all. So I had a couple questions on kind of what kind of camera gear I had in my process of making these videos and whatnot. So I thought I would do a little video and just kind of show you a little bit of what's going on. The main star of the video is probably I got my GoPro Hero 7, which the 9 is out now, but this guy is just as good. I came from I had a GoPro Hero 3 that I had. First I started out using my smartphone and a clamp on the dash, and then that was, the vibration from the truck alone was just way too shaky under like extreme loads pulling hills. And I had a GoPro Hero 3 Plus black for a long time, never used it, took it out dirt biking once, maybe twice. And I was like, oh, let's give this a try, and then that was 100 times better. And then it came another year or so later, we got the 7. And in the process, in the meantime there too, I had 2 GoPro Hero 4s, black, which was nice because they had the touch screen on the back, so that would be my bare minimum. These don't have the greatest image stabilization, and it doesn't have the time warp setting, which the time warp setting on the GoPro Hero 7 is what I use for all those nice, smooth time lapses while I'm driving and sometimes doing the work. Depending on work, of course. I've recently started using the video, which is nice to have, and I don't have to put music to it because the truck you just listen to the truck and that's enough, right? So it cuts down on a lot of music processing and finding music. I've had recently, this is a hat clip, which just goes on your hat, what allows you to put the GoPro up here, which I've just recently started toying with, which you'll see in the next coming videos. I do believe it also acts as like a chest strap if you were wearing something with a strap. I was going to try to see if maybe I could put it where my H2S monitor goes on my coveralls. I don't know if you guys ever watched Hardcore Henry, but I thought about maybe trying to do an episode where it's all just like first person view would be kind of cool, but we'll have to see about that. And of course I got a lot of these clamps. You get the GoPro Hero clamps, because one time I did cheap out and bought like a Chinese one, and the clamp, the jaws, this is all plastic, but GoPro one I've always trusted, never had a problem. So I cheaped out one time when I bought a generic one off Amazon, which I do a lot of shopping on Amazon and eBay, because I don't like going to the store. And we had it on the back of the sow one day, and the clamp actually broke, but luckily it just fell down and it was sitting on the winch. I started to back them up. We were grabbing a boiler. It's in the video. It was like one of my almost next to last videos at Road Train that was of any goodness. But yeah, that broke, and I had a small panic attack because I thought for sure, I think at the time I was still using the 4, it fell off the back of the headache rack, and I thought for sure, I'm like, oh, we drove over, it's done, I'm out. And then of course I got another one for the GoPro Hero 7, which is a skeleton case, which allows for a lot of the sound to be incorporated into the videos. This one's a little more muffled. I customized it here on the side. You can see I augered it out there so I can charge it while driving and stuff like that, and easy access to memory card on this one. The problem with the 7 is it's got to come out of its case, and the door is on the bottom where the battery and the memory card is. But it also allows for charging while driving as well. But for quick use, when I'm just in and out, the side door's got to come off, so it renders it useless in wet conditions, which is also kind of a pain in the ass. But it still works well. Sometimes I'll just put a piece of tape over that, some black tape, hockey tape, whatever I got handy, just so I can get the shot I need. My main camera, probably if I'm taking any photos, I'm still using my iPhone 7. Looking to upgrade to get the iPhone 12 Pro because it would kick ass, and it's got a lot of good night qualities, capable of taking pictures when it's dark out, because I'm always in a panic. I'm like, I need to get this picture for a thumbnail, and I gotta stop, and I'm like, oh, it's getting dark. I'm like, I gotta get this now, soon. And all the 360 stuff comes from the 361X. This is the first edition for the 361X. I know there's a second one out now that has a screen on the front, better battery life, but of course something awesome always comes out after. So this allows time-lapse 360 video, which is nice. The 360 video, it's got a bubble on each side, so basically I can look 360 degrees of wherever this is mounted in post-production. That's what we call when we're editing on your computer, and then I can kind of change it to wherever I want, which is nice, except for the stuff that's right off the side or along the bottom or the top. It's the stitching. Sometimes you'll see a little bit of glitching off to like a far edge, and that kind of does that. It's never been really an issue, but I quite like it a lot. But this has a sensitive mic, so you know when this is in use, it's super clear and the truck is super loud, especially now with the super loud truck. So what else do I got? Well, I got the Mavic Mini that I bought probably a year ago, which is nice. Nice little guy, folds up. You don't need a license to operate this guy, but the problem is I found, like, I was all pumped about getting a drone, and I was like, yeah, I can finally get those follow me shots, and this one doesn't follow. It's only got down sensors, so you've seen in probably a few videos I've flown it into a few trees, had to replace some propellers. Got the Fly More package, comes with 3 batteries. You get about 20 to almost 30 minutes per battery, so it's good when I go out. I got that. Then it's got the controller, which you just clamp your phone into on the bottom, and it plugs into whatever, if you got Android, iPhone, whatever. And then it just open the app, and then you control it all through your smartphone. I know the higher up DJIs have the built-in screen and the controller and the follow me and all that. There's a third-party app that has come out. I think it's called Lychee or something, and they're working on making an app, which I would pay for it because they can offer the follow me and some of the other stuff that I can't have in the smaller drone. There is a Mavic Mini 2 that came out that I'm sure it's full of all the stuff that I want, but of course I'm not going to spend the money again, because that $500 at the time was, $350. Of course, I'd eBay, $100. If you really want to start out and get it cheap, this will start you out. $100 off eBay, but it's risky. It's been a good camera so far. And then other than that, what you're looking at right now is, I'll just have to make a video. So this is the DSLR I got from JWS Films. He's got a YouTube channel, and he works for Step, and he's done a few fracking videos of what it's like on location during a frac. So this is the this is the Canon Rebel SL2, which before I had the T2i. And the problem with the T2i is that I didn't have the flip out screen. So that allows me for frontal viewing, which is good for me when I'm like doing stuff, so I can see if I'm actually in frame. And then see if I got the green screen behind me covered, then be in the green screen. As you key that green screen and overlay photos, that's how they show up behind me. So you have to have a green or blue. This just has a lot more power than the T2i as well. So the flip out screen, more megapixels for photos and stuff like that. Check them out, JWS Films on YouTube. This camera is pretty good for clarity. DSLR has great imagery. If I could mount this on the truck without worrying about breaking it, I probably would do so, because the battery lasts extra long in this camera. It's just cumbersome to like pack this around in the camera case, pull it out, and it's not going to be good to have it out on the headache rack with the dust and all that stuff. I used to pack it around to do thumbnails and take photos and stuff. Like, it's great photos, but I found really for thumbnails the iPhone was more than enough. So other than that, I would like to get some more GoPros. Of course, the more the merrier. It's kind of messy over here right now, but I have like I tried to do this. It wasn't the greatest invention to have that. Flip the screen around. So I bought a mic. So I was doing audio. I was trying to give you guys the best audio possible. I got dual screen because one computer screen is not enough. So I got all my garbage over here, and then I do all my editing right here, which I use Final Cut Pro. It's 10.4.5. It's a little bit of an older program, but it works just fine. I would like to get a newer one, but I can't get any newer because the computer is too old and I need to update. So I'm also looking to buy a newer Mac Pro, which that's like pretty much $5,000 for the one that I want, because I'm like, if I'm gonna get one, I'm gonna get one that's gonna chew through this. It would definitely speed up my time in editing. So along with numerous memory cards, micro memory cards, I got cards for everything. I've recently was toying with the fact with Patreon support would offer a chance for people that wanted to donate money. I'm just toying with it. I don't know if I'm gonna do it, but it gives me an opportunity to like have merchandise, which I've had a few people ask, you got any merchandise? I'm like, nah, I don't have any merchandise. And you know, I follow some other YouTube guys that they always have merch, and that's cool and everything, but I just don't know how to go about it. I think Patreon allows you to, you would post stuff and it would be ad free, but then there's different tiers of pricing where if you put in so much money, then you would get, you know, t-shirts, stickers, coffee cups, and I'd have to make a logo, which that would be pretty easy for me to make a logo. That wouldn't take much time at all, but I think the subscribers contribute a certain amount of money, they get rewards and ad-free content. So I know I have ads in my videos on YouTube is the only way that I can make a cent, which it's been on a pretty good incline. I think it's probably because my videos are not 20 minutes anymore. They're like half hour to an hour now. So I try to keep it down to like 10 minutes. Every 10 minutes there's an ad. And what I think, I go to make probably anywhere from, when I first started out it was like $2 a video. And now it's climbed up to like $5 a video. So I'm anywhere in like 70 to 80 bucks a month now, but only just started in the last month or two. But it gives you graphs and analytics where I see that just, which is great. So I'm like, oh, I'm just going to be a YouTuber. I'm going to make videos about trucking because I don't see anybody out there making videos like this, and I'm going to get that money to buy that $5,000 computer. Well, I've been in 2 years now. It took me a year just to be 1,000 subscribers to be able to run ads. And then, you know, I think I'm just barely at $200 now over the lifetime that I've been on AdSense through YouTube. Yeah, so it's a slow process, but it's gaining traction and it's getting better. I've recently also opened a Facebook page for Timelapse Trucker is where you'd find it, and I'll try to put a link in the description for that as well, because I was toying with doing like subscribers rigs and stuff where you guys, I wanted a place where you could send me photos, video, whatnot. You're like, we're stuck, shiny truck, ugly loads, you name it. And then I would use it to like make video content and post it up. I just thought it'd be cool to have some extra things to be able to do, because there's probably going to be times where I'm not going to have any content to make videos, but and I kind of like where stucks. I like seeing that stuff. So, and instead of being bombarded, I was like, oh, I'll just give my email address. Well, I'm like, oh, my email address, then I'll get some a-hole will send me like photos of stuff I ain't need to see and don't want. So I figured I'll put a Facebook page. You can post stuff there. I can pull it off there and make it into videos and whatnot. So that'll be pretty cool. I just started that yesterday. Well, I put it up last night. So Timelapse Trucker Facebook. I'll put a link down here in the description with a link so you can just click on it, go there, post away. Hopefully it's going to be an alright page. I'm not huge on Facebook. I don't know how to really use it 100%. I've never had, well, I did have a road train page for a while, but you know, I didn't really attend to it. I just kind of thought it was a way to social media it out to try to make the company more noticeable and get more work. Didn't see much from it, but we try whatever works. So yeah, that's my gear, and that's an update on the Facebook page for Timelapse Trucker. Description down below will be a link, and got some new gear. Oh yeah, I left that in my road train truck. Super sad. I was like, I should have took way more. Should have took way more, and then the stuff that wasn't mine I should have took too. Like a bunch of rigid lights and headlights. Recently got a bunch of these metal pads. So I got a magnet mount. So these are just little metal pads that I ordered off Amazon. They're usually for like smartphones and stuff, but I got a magnet mount for my GoPro, which makes it nice to just be able to just whip it around. Because when I leave the truck, I gotta unscrew it off the dash, which I'll put in here what that was, the dash mount's like. Then you gotta screw it in the handle, and then you gotta go outside and consume. So the magnet mount actually is pretty cat's ass. I just need to put it more places, and I found now with the C5, you probably ain't seeing much of the road over the hood because it's kind of low on the dash, so I might have to reposition that. And then the 360 is pretty cool because it makes the telescopic, I don't have one sitting here. I thought I did, but I don't. It's in the truck. That's on a magnet mount as well, so I can stick that wherever, and then I catch everything because I can angle it wherever. So that's nice. Don't trust suction cup mounts because they fall off. Back that up with some gaff tape, duct tape, whatever kind of tape you got. Not black tape, because that doesn't work very well. Alright, well, that's the end of this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. I'm going to probably throw this up right away. If I don't see you again, Happy New Year. Hope you guys had a good Christmas.